Hello and welcome back to the Gipton War Room finally. We are back in Normandy. It is the early hours of the 6th of June. We're in the Cotentin Peninsula where the US Airborne will be facing the German forces stationed there for a game of bolt action. Just like to begin by saying just a really big thank you to everyone that's subscribed over the last few months. There've been no videos, there's been no activity. Work's got in the way, the cold weather in my garage has got in the way, and just really appreciate that people are still been viewing and liking what I do. That's the reason why I make these videos. I'm not sponsored. I don't promote anything. I don't make any money from this. I don't really see this as a channel. It is just somewhere where we play bolt action. I make some videos of the games that we do and we post them because that's what I enjoy. So yeah, thank you. I apologise if I've not replied to any comments that people have put on YouTube. I am a bit of a shed when it comes to that. Yeah, the weather's better now. I've got a bit more time work-wise, and we can get back to what I enjoy doing, which is modelling, painting, playing with toy soldiers, and videoing. So yeah, just thank you to everyone, and yeah, we'll get on with this battle. Right, this game, it's going to be fought on a 4-foot by 8-foot table. I'm going to try and show some of the bit chaotic and sporadic nature of the US Airborne when they did drop into the Cotentin Peninsula. Quite a lot of the forces were on their drop zones. A fair few weren't. And this game is going to try and replicate that. And it's going to have the Germans, who was going to be commanded by Gabby von Luck. He's going to be commanding the Germans, and they are going to be set up on the board, all over the board in various locations. The US paras that are coming in are going to be dicing. They're going to throw a die, and they're going to see on which part of the table they come into. And again, it's to try and simulate some of the ad hoc clashes where small groups of US Airborne would kind of gather together. They'd move towards the sound of the guns, and they would take on any German forces that they came across, because their key role was to, with speed and violence, cause disruption behind the lines. Right, so the game will begin with Gabby basically already setting his forces on the table. However, to make it fair, what's going to happen is he will write the forces down on a piece of paper, a piece of card, will put them on the table, but he'll also be able to deploy some blinds as well, so some fake cards. So when the US Airborne come on, when the dice on, we won't quite know what Gabby's units are real or what are not, when obviously the US Airborne then attack. The Airborne, the US Airborne will come on, will dice each time. They'll dice there'll be 6 locations. We'll take each corner edge. So it'll be 1, 2, the middle will be 3, far corner edge 4, 5, and 6. And again, we will declare an American unit, roll a die, and see which corner of the table it comes on from. And again, if it's near any German forces, it can go to attack. It may be a genuine German force, or it may be a blind. What we will do with the US Airborne officer, if he comes on a certain corner, we'll allow from then on for him to bring in a set number of units from that same corner in line with his command value. That will then replicate that the officer throughout the night has managed to gather some forces together and brought them on as one. The other units that come on, they will have to dice for each time, wherever they come on, and again, we don't know whereabouts on the table that they'll arrive. It'll be based on a die roll, and essentially they will either come on, advance towards the sound of the guns or any fighting, or attack any German units that they come across. The Germans are obviously have to react. Some of them will be on ambush, and there may well also be some German reinforcements that come on towards turn 3 and 4. But again, they will die for which road they come on. So they'll come on just using a D4, and it will be 1, 2, 3, or 4 for where any German additional troops or reinforcements come on from. Right, terrain. Buildings block line of sight, give hard cover. as do the walls. The walls give hard cover as well. The bocage pieces, they also block line of sight and give hard cover, unless of course you're up against them. The lichen that you can see across the table doesn't block line of sight, but does give soft cover. The trees that are on here, they are aesthetic. Again, they don't block line of sight. We do have a wood, however, which is here. Again, it'll block line of sight if you're either side of it. If you're in the wood, you can see out and be shot at, and it does count as soft cover. The haystacks, they're just aesthetic, as is the field. As with the orchard, if you're in the orchard, it counts as if both units are in the orchard, counts as soft cover. But it is surrounded by walls, which will give hard cover, obviously, if you're up against them or firing across them. The terrain that we've got on the table, I've got 3 Geek Villain battle maps that are spread across. These are all the autumn ones, although they do vary in the type of green, but these are the autumn ones. Everything on the table is pretty much scratch built. The bocage is scratch built. The farmhouse is scratch built from foam card. The walls, the church is scratch built as well. The trees are K&M. Well, some of the trees are K&M ones with obviously flock and rubberized horsehair. Some other trees on here are actually twigs that I've got and stuck down and made into trees. Roads, it's the carpet system that I've used for quite some time now, and that's pretty much it. The hills underneath are just made with polystyrene. On the wood, this is actually chopped up hay that I've just cut up and put down, just so we can tell that it is a wooded area. The telegraph poles, they're bought. I think we got them from eBay, and they just add to the aesthetic. Right, Gabby's deployed his forces. They're all on the table, apart from the 3 armoured cars, which are going to arrive on turn 3. But he's put his units all on the table, and they're all on ambush. He's got the SD KFZ-7 quad on the road. He's got his platoon commander set up in the church grounds, a medium machine gun set up just outside. He's also got a spotter for the mortar in the church tower. Got 360 view from that. Obviously, his mortar's there. Around here is his rifle section or platoon. Just moving further down as we go on the hill. He's very cunningly put a machine gun there, covering the slope. He's got his 88 set up on the hill. The 88 can move 360, but as we've explained, with the field of view, if it needs to turn to fire down the board, down this way, it'll count as an advance order. And he's also put the heavy weapons platoon commander with that section as well. Round here, he's put another section behind the wall, again covering. They're all on ambush, and inside the farmhouse, there you can just see in there. Another section in there again, all on ambush, just awaiting to see if any Americans arrive on the table. Right, these are the 3 armoured cars that will be entering the battle on turn 3, and again we'll dice to see which road they enter on. Right, these are the US Airborne forces here. Just to recap very quickly, 3 sections. One's a 10-man section. They've got a light machine gun in each and an SMG. We've got the platoon commander for the rifles. We've got a company commander with 2 men. We've got a bazooka team. We've got a platoon commander for the heavy weapons, and the Americans have got 3 medium machine guns, 2 mortars with no spotters, and just an additional bazooka team as well. And these will all be coming on now. I'll be picking a unit and dicing to see which part of the table they come on, and praying to God that they don't get shot up by Gabby's troops on ambush. Right, first American unit has come on. It rolled a 1, so they've come on here. They've advanced up to the soft cover of the lichen. Gabby is going to trigger his ambush with the medium machine gun and the platoon commander with the men he's got there. He can't fire with the flak because it would mean he's firing over his own troops. So we'll hopefully there won't be too much damage from the medium machine gun fire. Right, so Gabby's medium machine gun, it's 6 shots plus 1 for the extra German rule. Opening fire, just needing 4s or more with 7 shots. That's 2 hits. Needing 5s to wound, so that's 1 wound, and I get to save on a soft cover of 5. Oh, I'll roll again. I'll get it. 6. So I've saved it, but I have got a pin. Right, so the Americans, I'm going to try and bring on the platoon commander for the heavy weapons, and he's going to try and bring on with him, if he's successful in sort of following turns, the 2 medium machine guns. Right, the platoon commander advanced on. He rolled a 4, got this table edge, so advanced on from here. But Gabby chose not to trigger his ambush. But from here now, I can start to bring on the 2 medium machine guns. Right, so Gabby is now going to trigger his ambush and obviously shoot at the medium machine gun team just here. He needs 4s. He's got 7 rifles and the light machine gun with 5 shots. Needing 4s. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. 9 hits. Gabby needs 5s because the US Airborne are veterans. And that's 1, 2 hits to save. Bocage giving a hardcover save of 4+, 2 to save. Oh no, that's 2 dead. Right, so that's just more than half casualties. There's only 1 man left. He takes a morale check. He has got his platoon commander next to him. And he has passed just. Right, so that medium machine gun is now down to 1 man, which obviously will reduce its impact at firing. Right, the next unit to come on is another medium machine gun that's followed the platoon commander, obviously down the lane. However, Gabby is now going to open fire with his ambush with the 88, which is pointing straight down the lane at them. Right, Gabby needs a 4 or above with the 88 to hit. It's a hit, oh dear. Right, the 88's got a 3-inch HE burst circle and a +3 to cause wounds. Rolling, Gabby, see what you get. That's 2 dead. So for me, that's 2 dead. At morale rolling. And they've survived again just because they are within range of the platoon commander. So another medium machine gun team now down to just 1 man. Right, the next American unit, I rolled a 6, luckily. Advanced them on. I am going to engage the medium machine gun that's here. However, Gabby's actually going to trigger his ambush of the platoon commander. And there's 2 riflemen that can fire. And obviously may cause some injuries or may put a pin on the unit. Right, we've rewound that action because we've just realised that the 2 riflemen that Gabby was going to fire with are actually out of range. So the pins come off and he's been healed as a trooper, but they can fire now at the medium machine gun. There's only 2 rifles that are going to be in range of the medium machine gun, and of course the light machine gun firing. Right, 6 shots for the US Paras, needing 5s because they have advanced. This is against the medium machine gun team, and that's 2 hits. So the Germans are regular, so needing 4s. 2 hits. Gabby, 2 saves, soft cover, needing 5s. 1 save. So that's 1 casualty and 1 pin on the German medium machine gun. Right, 2 American units came on. This medium machine gun came on here. Nothing else fired at it. So then the next unit that I brought on rolled a 2, and it was the platoon commander, and they have come on from the edge here and run up to the bocage. However, Gabby is going to spring the ambush with the troops in the church there. They can see over the bocage because they're on raised ground. They will open fire. Although they'll be in the open when they've initially engaged the Americans, we are going to give them hard cover because the Germans will be shooting over the bocage. So it's going to be 10 shots needing 4s from Gabby against this unit here. 10 shots needing 4s to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Right, Gabby now needs 5s to wound the veterans. And that's 1, 2, 3. So potentially, if I don't save them, all 3 are dead. Right, 3 to save. They do get the hardcover for the bocage, so it's going to be 4s. And that's 1 dead and 1 pin. Right, this American unit rolled a 4. So again, there's quite a few entered on down this this road, and they are going to open fire on the 88 on the hill. Rifles are out of range, but the light machine gun's not. So it's moved, but we're going to have 4 shots needing 5s. No hits. Right, the American bazooka team rolled a 2, so they entered from here, and they've just advanced straight up to the bocage with hard cover. And Gabby's chosen not to trigger his ambush from the unit that's in the house. Right, the company commander rolled a 4 and also came onto the battle from this edge of the table. So it's very congested down here with Americans. Whoever gets the first die in turn 1, it'll be interesting. Right, the first mortar team came on, rolled a 1, so they entered onto this this part of the table, which is not too bad. The second mortar team rolled a 5, so they came on here and advanced just for hard cover behind the bocage. But Gabby is going to open fire with troops from the house. He can actually utilise 4 windows from these troops in here, so he'll be able to shoot out with a light machine gun and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riflemen. So that they're going to open fire at this mortar team. Right, so Gabby is opening fire from the farmhouse with his squad of ambush, and he just needs 4s, 11 shots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, Gabby now needs 5, so rolling 7, needing 5s to cause wounds on the veterans. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got to save them. We've said that they're going to be hard cover because the riflemen are shooting over the walls and there is a bocage there. So I'm trying to save all 3 on 4+. So I save 1 and 2 dice, which is a morale test. I need these to stay on a 1-man mortar team. Yes, they do, just. So another American unit taking casualties and down to 1 man. And the Napoleonic ring markers are certainly coming in useful so far. Right, my last unit is another bazooka team. They rolled a 3 and they've come on here. And Gabby's just said, you know what's going to happen now. Medium machine gun is going to open fire and they are in the open. Right, Gabby gets 7 shots with the German medium machine gun, just needing 4s. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. If you roll those 4 again, Gabby, and you just need 5s because they are veterans of the medium machine gun on the hill. That's cheating. Needing 5s to wound. You just need 2 and you've wiped them out. Yep, that's it. They've gone. They've been shot up as they've entered the battle and dead. Right, so that was the deployment phase. Obviously, Gabby's stuff was already on the table on ambush, and when the various American units came on in a chaotic fashion from different areas, obviously the Germans reacted. The ones that came on down here weren't too bad. They're in the open. Whoever gets the first dice on this side, they might be in trouble. They got away with it down here. The Germans on the hill here are now really strong. Next turn round again, they are looking straight down the road where the Americans are, and they're very much bottlenecked up here. There's quite a few casualties, quite bottled in, and obviously you've got the German unit there as well. So, and this mortar team have been virtually wiped out. They're down to 1 man. So not ideal for the Americans, but we'll see what happens when we start pulling the dice out for turn 1, which is actually going to be really critical. Right, the first die out of the bag was German, and Gabby has ordered a snap to with his platoon commander there. He's going to order the medium machine gun to open fire on these Americans down here, so they will get soft cover if there's any hits. He has ordered the quad. He's actually just going to pivot and advance down the road to here, where it is going to open fire on the Americans who are in the open still. Yeah, so we've got the quad's going to open fire on the Americans in the open. It has moved, but it's going to get 8 shots, needing 5s. 1. That's a let off for the Americans. So that's a 1-inch burst circle. Unfortunately, with my movement trays, that means Gabby can get 3. So rolling 3d6, and that's 3 dead. So that is now 2 dead, and Gabby rolled for the pins, and it's 2 pins on that unit as well. Right, so Gabby's now going to open fire with the medium machine gun on the Snap 2, and he's going to open up on the Americans down here. He's got 7 shots, needing 4s. And that is 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. Right, so Gabby rolled 3 dice, and that's 1 casualty. So I've got 1 to save. He does get a soft cover save on a 5. Saved him, so it's just an extra pin on this unit. So they're now up to 2 pins, but thankfully no casualties. So the platoon commander is also, the 2 rifles that are in range, and they're not blocked by their own figures, are going to open fire. So 2 shots, needing 4s, and that's 1 hit if you roll them again, just needing a 5. Nope. So just another pin on the unit, but no casualty this time. Right, so the next dice was another German. So lo and behold, Gabby did another Snap 2 with the platoon commander here, and he is ordering the 88 and the medium machine gun, which will pivot, so it'll incur a +1 for movement, for shooting. And they're going to open fire on the Americans here. Right, so Gabby's going to fire with the 88. He's going to target this unit behind the bocage here. And if he's successful, he is going to actually, if he's successful, he can actually get 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get 6 if he hits. So, Gabby, you don't need to roll a 4 or more. Oh, thank God for that. Right, so he's rolling the dice in anticipation. With medium machine guns going to open fire on the company commander. So Gabby's going to get 7 shots, needing 4s. And that is 1, 2, 3. So if you roll those 3 again, needing 5s, or just roll 3, needing 5s. No, so just a pin on the company commander. Right, the next dice was American, so I ordered a Snap 2 with the company commander. And he has 4 orders, so he's going to order all 4 units round him, and it's going to be a suicidal job. Essentially, he's going to order the 2 medium machine guns, albeit they're down to 1 man, to open fire on the Germans in the orchard. Again, the rifleman with the officer will also open fire. The company commander is going to advance across to here and open fire. And then he's going to order the section to advance into the open and open fire against the Germans. It's a bit of do or die, and I just hope to God I get the first die in the next turn. Right, can I put enough pins on this unit to pin it out for when I make my mad dash? So we'll begin by opening fire with the first medium machine gun here. It's going to be 6 shots, but needing 5s because it's just down to 1 man. And that's 3 hits. So that's a pin. So of the 3 hits, can I cause wounds on a 4? 2 wounds. Right, Gabby, you've got 2 to save on a 4+. Yes, so that's just 1 pin and 2 saves from the first medium machine gun opening fire. Right, second medium machine gun opening fire, needing 5s. And that's just 1, so at least they've now got 2 pins. Needing a 4 for a casualty. Nope, so that just goes up to 2 pins. I'm now going to open fire with the rifleman, with the platoon officer, needing a 4. And that's a miss. Right, the company commander has advanced across the road and opens fire. They're all 3 have SMGs. They're in range, so that's 6 shots, needing 5s. And that's 2 hits, so that's another pin. So of the 2 hits, can I cause casualties on a 4? 1 casualty, so 1 to save on a 4+, Gabby. Nope, so that's 1 dead and another pin. Right, here we go, death or glory. The American para unit now advance into the open, but open fire on the Germans behind the wall. We're needing 5s because they've moved. We've got 5 rifles, 1 SMG and 1 LMG. There we go. Right, I'll check out the ones at 1. Right, so we have 5 hits. So 5 hits, so it's another pin. Put them up to 4, that's not bad. Needing 4s. 1. So 1 to save on a 4 for hardcover Gabby. And he's saved him. So 4 pins, but no casualties, so it might be good enough. Right, the next side was American, and my medium machine gun team is going to open fire 6 shots onto the SDKZ-7 quad. So 6 shots, needing 4s to hit. 2. So 2, and I need a 6 to knock it out. Come on. Nope. So 1 pin. The German die and the spotter in the tower communicates with the mortar in the churchyard, and they are going to lob around at the Americans in the open at the other side of the wood. Needing it. Is it the squad or the light machine gun team you're dropping it on?
I'll drop it on the squad.
On the squad, yeah. So 1d6 needing a 6. Ooh, no, it's a 3, so 5 next time. Right, this squad is going to try and pass its morale, drop itself down to 1 pin, and open fire on the quad. So, needing 8 or under. Yes, it's passed. So they are down to 1 pin, and I'm going to open fire with the light machine gun and rifles, needing 5s because of the pin. Come on. 1, 2, 3 hits. That's not bad. So 3 hits, needing a 6 to knock it out. Yes, knocked it out. Right, so we just double checked, and I've realised that my celebrations may be premature because the quad flat gun would actually get a soft cover save for the Lichen. So Gabby's got 1 dice with to roll a 5. Needing a 5 to save your vehicle. Oh, he has as well. I don't believe it. Right, so it's crunch time now because it's a German die, and Gabby's going to try and activate this unit. He's got to pass the test first with 4 pins, but if he does, he's going to open fire on the Americans in the open. So 2 dice. You're going to need 5 or under. Oh, he has! Oh, don't believe it. So Gabby has got LMG firing, SMG, 6 rifles. He's down to 3 pins, so he will need 5s to hit, because even though it's 3 pins, it is only minus 1 off it. So yeah, roll away, Gabby, needing 5s. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So roll those 4 again, needing 5s because mine are veteran. So you need 5s on those 4. So it's a pin on my unit. How many wounds? 1. So 1 killed and 1 pin because they're in the open, so they don't get save. Right, this American unit is going to try and pass its order test. It's -3, so it's going to be 7 or under on the 2 dice. And if they pass, they are, of course, going to open fire on the flat quad. So 7 or under. Gabby, if you can pass a 4-pin test, please let me pass this. Yes, and just. Right, they passed down to 2 pins, so they will still get -1 when they're shooting, so it's going to be 5s or more to hit. The SMGs are out of range, but the 6 rifles and light machine gun aren't. So that's 10 shots, needing 5s. Ooh, that's not too bad. That's 4. So that's 4 hits. So 4 hits, needing 6s. Come on. 2, so you got 2 to save, Gabby. On with a soft cover save of 5 or more. So 2 to save, if not, it's knocked out. I fucking don't believe it. Oh, Gabby, what are you doing to me? Unbelievable. So another pin, so it's up to 3 pins. Right, the Germans in the church, they're on an advance order. and they've moved round to this side of the churchyard, and they are going to open fire now onto the American unit just below them. So they have moved, so it's going to be they're going to be needing 5s. Right, so Gabby is going to get the LMG and 7 rifles. So it's you're needing 5s because you've moved. Yep. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. Right, so can Gabby turn the hits into casualties? 6 dice needing 5s because the veterans. Yep, that's 3. So that's 3 hits, so I've got to save 3. They do get a soft cover save. So I can save 3 on a 5. So I've saved 1, 1 and a pin. Yeah, so it's Gabby's going to open fire with his last unit from this house. They're going to open fire from the windows again. It's going to be 1 LMG and then 6 oh yeah, just take one out, 6 riflemen. And you're going to need his opening fire on them, and he just needs 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many is that? I'll take the ones that are not hits out. Right, so I've got to save all them on that single figure. So I need to be... he's got hard cover because he's behind the bocage. So I need to roll all these as 4s. He's dead. And that's a die out the bag. Right, I've got 3 American die left. So the medium mortar is going to try and lob around onto the medium machine gun. So 1 shot needing a 6. Ooh, no, it's a 2, so 5 next time. Right, the remaining 2 American die, they failed their order test, rolling a 10 when they should have needed a 9. Oh no, he's an officer, so it would be... he's failed anyway. So they went down. The bazooka team didn't, so they ran across to the hedge here. And that is the end of all the units for turn 1. So we'll just have a quick recap as to where we're at. Right, that is the end of turn 1, which deployment and turn 1 took quite a bit of time, to be honest. But the Americans have come on again, as the game was designed to do, chaotically from different parts of the board. It's not worked out. The Germans have been prepared and have certainly fought back. The next turn 2, whoever gets the first die round here could be quite critical, as could this part of the board. It's pretty much split into two halves, really. Again, whoever gets the first die here in terms of opening fire, these are in the open, the 88 and medium machine gun on the hill, it is going to be quite key. So we'll see what happens. How do you think it's going so far, Gabby? Are you pleased with your German die rolling? I would be if I were you.
I am. I'm very pleased. Thank you.
I'm glad. Your saving throws on that thing were just ridiculous. So hopefully in turn 2 we might be able to knock it out, because if we don't, it's not looking good for these guys. Or if it decides to turn and shoot at these either. So we'll see. On to turn 2. Right, Gabby's doing the die draw. Which is the first one for turn 2? Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? Unbelievable. Right, yeah, German. Oh dear. Right, so a snap 2 by Gabby's Germans. Platoon commander is going to order the quad flak to open fire on the American paratroopers in the open, and he's also ordered the rifle section to open fire on the Americans down here. But we're going to do the quad first. Needs to pass his order test, so 2 dice. It's regular, so -3 down to 6, but gets +2 for the officer. So 8, so 2 dice needed 8 or under. Yep, he's passed, so you're down to just 2 pins on that, and you can open fire now. 8 shots from the quad, needing 5s because it's still got a pin on. You are joking. Right, that's not looking good at all. Wow, there's going to be a lot of dead US paras here. Yeah, so you're gonna get 1, 2, 3. All these are going to be on here to try and shoot up. Yeah, you're going to need. I'll just work it out. So we think we've worked it out. We might have got this wrong because not like we don't get rules wrong much, do we? But we think we've worked it out. Although I got 7 hits, we think it is just the number of figures in there. So Gabby's going to roll 5 dice. And yeah, you just need to just roll away. Whatever you get, add +2 to this. So that's 2 dead. Yeah, 3 dead. 3 dead. And we'll just roll again for extra pins. Just 1 dice. just one. So that's 3 dead, but it will be morale test. Right, so morale test for these boys. 2 dice. I need 8 or under. Oof, no, they've gone. So that's another American unit wiped out. Gabby, it's fair to say, when I thought up this game, I thought it were good. Now I think it's shit. So the slaughter's going to continue. Gabby's now going to open fire. We'll just move these out of the way because they are just there for aesthetics. Gabby's going to open fire with the rifle section in the church onto the Americans down here. No modifiers this time because he's stationary and opening fire. Just needing 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you roll those 4, you're needing 5s to cause some hits. Yep. Yeah, just need and just 1 hit. So 1 hit to save. I do get a soft cover save on a 5. No, so 1 dead and 1 extra pin. So they're up to 4 pins now. Right, so Gabby's defensive wonders that they're maintaining is another German die, another snap 2. This officer here, the 88 and the medium machine gun are going to, lo and behold, open fire on the Americans, who for most part will be in the open if any hits are caused. Right, so Gabby is going to open fire with the 88 onto this unit here. If he hits, we've worked out it's actually going to be 6 casualties. So he just needs a 4. Oh, he's hit. Right, you need to roll 6 now, Gabby. And it's +3 to whatever you get. So, yeah, that is 5 killed. Right, it's a morale test for the what was the American section. There were 10. The D3 pins only caused 1 extra pin, so it is just 2. They are near the company commander, so they just need to try and pass this. Yeah, they've passed it. Right, so Gabby's now going to open fire with the German medium machine gun. He is on raised ground, he's looking down, he's going to fire at the company commander just here. It's going to be 7 shots, and we've said it's going to be in open. So 7 shots, Gabby, needing 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So if you roll those 4 again, needing 5s. If you roll 3 5s, the company commander's gone. Ooh, only 1. So 1 dead and 1 pin. Right, finally the American die. So the medium mortar is going to fire onto the German medium machine gun team. I now need a 5. Nope, it's a miss. 4 next time. That's if they're still alive. Right, the medium machine gun team is going to open fire on the quad flak. I've just told Gabby if it's the last thing I do, I am going to knock that out. So 6 shots, needing 4s. And that's not bad, that's 5 hits. So that's another pin, 5 hits, needing a 6 to knock it out, but you will get a save. Whoa, you got 1 to save. So it moves up a pin, you've got 1 to save, Gabby. A 5, and you've saved it. Oh, it's knocked out finally. There, gone. Some revenge at least. Well, it took some doing, but the Americans have finally knocked one of the German units out. Right, Gabby's going to fire his mortar. He's going to fire at the medium machine gun team. Just needs a D6. And he needs a 6. Yeah, get rid of it there, we should be okay. Ooh, 5. So it's a miss, but a 5 next turn. Right, situation on this particular entry road is desperate for the Americans now. American die, I've done a snap 2 with the company commander, so I've activated all 4 units. They're all just going to obviously try and pass their respective tests and open fire on the Germans behind the wall. Just try and put as many pins as I can on them as possible. Right, we'll start off with the company commander. Yep, he's passed, so that's he's lost his pin. We'll do the medium machine gun. Yes, they've also passed. Lose the pin. And then finally the what's left of the squad down here. Yes, they've passed and go down to a 1 pin. So at least they can all open fire. Right, I'll begin by opening fire with the company commander. SMGs, both got 1. So it's going to be 4 shots, needing 4s. And that's 1 hit. So that puts them up to 4 pins, and needing a 4 to casualty. Nope, so that's just another pin at least. So that's 4. The medium machine gun will open fire. So that's going to be 6 shots, needing 4s. Oh, that's good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can I cause any casualties? 1. So you've got 1 to save, Gabby, on a 4 because they're in hardcover, and now I'm up to 5 pins. So 1 to save. Nope, so that's 1 dead. So we'll take 1 figure off there. Right, the light machine gun is going to open fire, needing 4s, but minus 1, so needing 5s. And that's 2 hits, so that's another pin, takes them up to 6. Come on, boys. 2 hits, needing 4s for casualties. 1, so 1 to save, Gabby, on a 4+. Yes, so it's just another pin. Was that 1 casualty or 2 there that I got? 1 casualty, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's them. The rifleman's going to open fire, needing a 4. And he does, so that's another pin, taking them up to 7. We've got another small one. So 7 pins. Can I cause a casualty on a 4? No, I can't. And then finally, the last medium machine gun's going to open fire with 6. Also needing 4. Yep, so that's 4 hits, so it takes them up to 8 pins. That's not bad. So 4 hits, needing 4s. 2, so 2 to save Gabby with a 6. Or with 4, sorry. No, so 2 casualties. Not a bad bit of firing, that all in all. Right, this unit are going to attempt to open fire if they pass their order test, and they're going to open fire at the medium machine gun. So I need the 10 minus 4. So I need 600 on 2 dice. Yes! So they're down to 3 and they can open fire on the medium machine gun. Right, so the light machine gun and 4 rifles are firing back, needing 5s for the pin. Come on. That's 4 hits. So can I make the 4 hits into casualties because they are in the open, needing 4s because they're only regular. Oh, can you believe it? Gabby is laughing. He's not laughing out loud, but he is definitely laughing.
It's a good game.
He's brilliant. Right, so Gabby is going to try and rally this unit. They are regular, so 2 dice, 9 or under. Yeah, they've rallied, so all them pins will come off, ready for the next turn. Right, the next 2 dice were American. The bazooka team have gone on ambush, just in case on turn 3 anything of Gabby's comes on here. I need to try and pass the order test with the officer. And this time he does pass, thankfully. So the pin comes off, and they are going to run over to here. And that's that. Right, the last die is Gabby's Germans, and he's just not content with killing enough American paras as it is. Within the building, he's just fist pumped off camera there. Within the building, he's advanced through to this side, and the light machine gun and 2 rifles are going to fire from out of the windows onto what is left of the squad in the open. So you have advanced, so it's going to be how many shots? 2 rifle, 5 light machine gun. You're going to need 5s. And that's none. So they've survived. Not even a pin. Right, it's turn 2 recap time. And yeah, the Americans are getting a bit of a pasting. It's not turning out well. The Germans have reacted really well. Some of the die rolling's been exceptional. The game it's kind of in 2 halves now, but on both sides of the table, the Americans are in trouble. They might get a chance of. They might be able to do something church side now. They just need to knock out that medium machine gun. But on this side, up near the larger farmhouse, the Germans are they're consolidating. They're in the farm building as well and in the orchard, and they've got the high ground, looking down on the Americans. Where because of the die rolls, so many units came in on this particular point. They were just cannon fodder for the Germans on the hill. And now we're on to turn 3. Where Gabby can start to bring on, well, there's some armoured car reinforcements that have heard all the firing and are driving down the road now. We just don't know which road they're going to come on. If they end up rolling a 3 and coming on this road, yeah, it's game over by turn 3, I think. Well, true to form, the first die was German. Gabby chosen to bring on an armoured car. He rolled a 4 on the D4, which indicated obviously this is where all the armoured force is going to arrive from. However, unfortunately, it failed its order test. It didn't come on. So this particular vehicle goes down, but the other armoured cars, if they pass their order test, when Gabby draws its order dice out of the bag, they can all now start to come on up along this road at the side of the farmhouse. Obviously, driving into the area because they can hear all the gunfire. Right, American, and a snap 2 again by the company commander. They've no other option. They've got to try and go for this and at least pull something out. So we're going to just see if they pass the order test. Everybody's basically going to open fire on the Germans in the orchard still. So can the unit pass its order test? Yes, it can. So it loses its pins. They are going to actually advance just behind this hedge here, just to get some hard cover from any fire coming this way, and then they're going to open fire. So the light machine gun is going to open fire first, and we need 5s because they have moved, and that's 2 hits. So 2 hits to try and turn into casualties. Yes, that's 1 to save Gabby, just 1 to save on a D6. No, so that's 1 casualty. Right, the 2 SMGs are going to open fire. Needing 4s. 2. So can I turn them into 2 casualties? We're hitting 4s. Nope. So it's just another pin. The medium machine gun's going to open fire. Needing 6 shots. But it's -1, so they're going to need 5s. I think we might have on the last turn. I think we miscalculated these and just put them as 4s. So they're going to need 5s because it's down to 1 crew member. But that's not bad. That's 3 hits. So can we turn those 3 into casualties? Needing 4s. 2. So 2 to save Gabby. Yes, 1 saved, 1 dead. So that's not too bad, but now you're up to 3 pins again. So that leaves me at 1 rifleman to fire, needing a 4. Yes, he does, he hits. Can he... And it's a casualty at a 4, so 1 to save on a... Yes, you've saved him, because it's hardcover save. And then finally the last... 6, the last medium machine gun, needing 5s, and that's 2. Can I turn them into casualties? 1 to save on a 4+. Yes, you do. So it's 4 pins and 2 casualties. Again, it's all they could do in the position that they're in. American die, and the lieutenant and the sergeant advance up the hill. And they're going to open fire on the mortar team. They are behind the wall, so they're going to get hard cover. But it's going to be 3 shots, needing 5s. Oh, let's get it in. Nope, so 1 hit. Can I turn that into a casualty, needing a 4? Yes, I can. So 1 to save Gabby on a 4+. Nope, so 1 dead and a pin as well. Right, so Gabby's going to do another snap 2. This hill position throughout this game has just dominated. With how it ended up coming out with me, I think everything coming on this corner. So yeah, a snap 2. Gabby's going to open fire. Is it with the 88? So you're going to need. So it just passes that round bit there. Which ones are you firing at those?
Yeah, it's just
coming straight down.
Straight down.
So if it hits, you are going to get you're going to get all 6 if it hits. So 1d6 needing a 4. No, it's missed. So again, it's whizzed over. Right, your medium machine gun's going to open fire. So you're going to get 7 shots. Which ones are you firing at?
I'm firing it at
Company commander.
Company
Right,
commander.
7 shots, company commander. So yeah, they're going to be in the open if you get them. And that's 2 hits. So if you roll those 2 and you're just needing 5s, if you get them, they're dead. Oh, you are joking. Right, so yeah, Gabby's smiling. That's 2. The company commander's has been wiped out. Right, the American mortar is going to fire on the medium machine gun team. We now obviously need a 4 this time. Come on, boys. Oh, 2. So 3 next time round.
It's a good game, though.
Yes, it is. Right, another snap 2 by the Germans. The platoon commander here has snapped 2 the medium machine gun and the rifle squad, and they're all going to open fire on this American unit just down here. So first of all, just to pass its order test for the medium machine gun. Yep, that's fine. So they're now down to 1 pin and can open fire. So you can open fire at medium machine gun first.
Yes.
Right, in that case, you're going to want seven dice there, and it's going to be needing 5s. That's 2, so 2 hits. So if you roll those 2, needing 5s. Oh, what? Right, I've got to now, so that's another pin, so they're up to 4 pins, and I've got 2 to save on 5s in soft cover. And that's 1 save, 1 dead. So that's that. You've now got your squad to open fire. So you've got your light machine gun and 7, is it 7 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rifles. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So if you want to roll all them, and you're going to need 4s. Just needing 4s. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So 4 to now turn into wounds. So if you just roll those 4, needing 5s or more. 3, you're joking. Right, so that's 3. So that'll actually take them up to 5 pins now. I've got 3 to try and save on 5 plus. Oh, get in. So only another casualty. So up to 5 pins and another casualty, and not enough to force a morale check. Oh, you've now got three rifles, Gabby. So 3 rifles to fire, needing 4s. What? So that's 3. You need to roll these 3 again, needing 5s. Then out to 6 pins. 1. So I've got up to 6 pins, and I've got 1 to save on a 5 plus. No, so that's another casualty. So I think we're still okay, not 50%, but the 6 pins, and they're down to 4 men. Right, the mortar's going to continue firing for the Germans. Just needs to pass his order test, and 10, and it's within 12. I'm just trying to work out if it passes. 9. I'm going to say no. I don't think it does, because it's a 10 minus 1. Yeah, it will. It will. No, it's 9. The regular. So no, they've. I'm going to say that they've failed, so that they go down and can't shoot this turn. Right, so not like me to get rules wrong. I'm pretty sure they actually passed, because although they were 9, they were down to 8 with the minus 1. But they are near. The platoon commander will give them +2 back up, which will take them back up to 10. They rolled a 10, so I think that's right. I think they've passed. So yeah, fire away, needing 5. Oof, no. So it's a miss on the mortar, needing a 4 next turn. Right, Americans. So I'm going to try and pass. I'm going to try and rally them with an order test. So they are veterans. So hopefully 10 or under, and they will. Oh, this is unbelievable. They've foobarred, which is really bad. Yeah, Gabby. As you can see, Gabby is pointing. We were going to roll for the panic test, but there's no point, because they're not within 12 inch of the of the Germans to open fire on the mortar. So yeah, they've foobarred, they've failed, and they are just going to basically leg it and get out of there. So that's that. Right, the Germans in the farmhouse are going to open fire on the Americans. They're in hard cover. Only the LMG's in range, so we're going to get 5 shots, needing 4s. Only 1 hit, so it's another pin. So roll again to see if you can get a 5 to cause a casualty. Yes, you can. And can I save it? It's hard cover. Can I save it on a 4 plus? No, I can't. So you fired on it's a morale test. So I need 2 dice, because it's a morale test on them, because they're down to 1 man. They are near a platoon officer here, but we'll see what they get. 6. So they're still here, but he's got a pin, and they're effectively down to 1 man. For all intents and purposes, they've got that, they're wiped out. Right, for the amount of fire these Germans have taken, they're now going to try and rally again. All their pins will come off for the next turn, and they are still stuck in that orchard, refusing to move. Right, so the German armoured car passed its order test. It comes onto the table. It's going to drive along the road and do 1 turn, and I think you'll probably get it to about there. And there it is, ready to, on the next turn, to drive down and no doubt open fire on the Americans. Yep, next die. Yeah, it's also passed its armour test as this armoured car, and again it comes on and positions itself just there, pretty much both vehicles guarding the crossroads. Right, the final die of turn 3 is American, and they are just going to run, get out of the way of fire, run up into the wood to try and get some sort of cover. And that brings us to the end of turn 3. And if I'm being honest, Gabby, the Americans have been absolutely mullied. And I think there's no way they're a fighting effective force. And they are just going to have to drift away and hope that we get some reinforcements from Utah Beach, or some more American units. Some more American units can come out from the various other places where they've dropped and try and assist. But as it stands, they've been absolutely mullied. So I think it's a resounding victory for the Germans, without a shadow of a doubt. This hill was key. What do you think in terms of the...
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely key. And with rolling for a random roll to see where the Americans came on, with so many die... Particularly when I picked the officer to then bring on with other units with him, so many dies then came out on this corner that they were totally bottled in with a high hill and a farm, defensive farm. They had no chance. Might have had a bit more luck if they'd have come on here, because again I could have got behind the wall, could have tried to move up through there, and again I'd have been blocked. Line of sight I'd have been blocked from the 88s or the stuff on the hill. Might have had a fighting chance. Likewise, again, if more units had come on here, and I could have gotten moved up and into the wood. But as it stands, where they came on, and then how you reacted, and your die rolling was just ridiculous. Fair play to Germans. They've absolutely mullied the US Paras on their first outing. What do you have to say about that, Gabby?
I think this was one of your better games.
Yeah.
Definitely one of your better games.
Yeah. Well, we've only got to turn 3 and it's over. And we've not had a situation whereby, like last time, we've had tanks point blank at each other and just not hitting. For some reason, the die today, the die rolling has been phenomenal. Not only with hits, but to save as well. Right, so from your point of view, Gabby, how did you feel that it went?
It went the way I was hoping it was going to go. I thought, take the high ground and put, the heavy artillery there with the jimpy support, so that would cover that point. You could also sweep across, and then occupy the major strong points, which will be an obstacle for any Paras that would have to try to get through and past them. So, let's say the terrain dictated the tactics.
Yeah. And again, the scenario was completely random points of entry for the Americans, because ultimately, I didn't want to use the rules where you do the paradrop rules, but the game was designed along the lines of that they've already dropped during the night. They've kind of they've got themselves together in a position then when they can obviously do get together, start to move in towards the objectives and that, which is why I did the random die rolling, so that when they come on, because it was sporadic, and again they didn't know where other groups had landed. We did the die rolling. Unfortunately, the way it turned out and where you put your stuff beforehand and on ambush, it were bad luck for the Americans really. Even though all night they'd been doing that and forming up the groups. But yeah, good game. I enjoyed it, even though when I got to 3 turns.
You didn't have John Wayne, did you?
No, we didn't.
That's the thing.
And enjoyable. What do you think of the table? Everything else happy?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference when you've got prominent areas.
Yeah.
Topographical areas like a really prominent hill, where you can utilise, the terrain to that degree.
Yeah.
As opposed to just generally flat.
Yes. No, please let's come out. Even though Americans got destroyed on their very first game.
But their uniforms are very nice and clean.
Yeah. But no, enjoyable. Good. Overall enjoyed that, even if it only was 3 turns. Thanks everyone. If you watched, if I've got some rules wrong, I think we have. We normally do. We won't want to disappoint by getting them right for once. But yeah, we enjoyed it, and hope everyone's enjoyed watching it as well. Thank you very much, and see you later. Say bye, Gabby.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you later.